Hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi there. I'm Teacher Oakley. And today we're going to do kind of a multi-purpose exercise. We're going to talk about food shopping. Maybe we'll have a little conversation about it. Then we're going to construct a shopping list. And in order to do this, we're going to have to use quantifiers, and quantifiers are basically to quantify means to count. Quantifiers are types of words that we use to talk about numbers. Quantity, how much, or how many. So we have to concern ourselves with countable and uncountable nouns because many foodstuffs are countable and many are uncountable. So what we're going to do together as a class, we're going to make a list of things we have on hand and then things we need to go shopping for, and then we'll talk about finally things we want, treats. And then we'll talk about that some more. So all in all, we're doing all kinds of things, a little conversation, a little work with vocabulary, quantifiers, and English vocabulary for food, and then back to some conversation again, and maybe a little opinion. Uh, okay, hello, Gregory.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
Thank you. I'm fine. How are you?
Uh, okay, I'm good. Uh, okay, also welcome, Daniela. Hello, Daniela. Daniela, are you there? Uh-oh. I can see that you're unmuted, but I can't hear you. So you may have some kind of issues there. If you can, all right, please come back. Oh, you are back. You're there. Oh, you never left. Daniela, all right, for some reason I can't hear you. Okay. Gregory,
Yes, sir.
in your family, who does the food shopping?
My wife, surely.
Your wife?
Not me, because I'm not uh, can cook. She
Okay.
cooks very well, so
Hmm.
I'm glad to eat. I
Okay.
prefer her food for restaurant. Her
Oh.
food is better.
Okay. Very good. Yes, I'm also very lucky that my wife is a good cook. However, you may know I've said this before. I used to be a chef, so the one chore, all right, tasks we have to do around the house: washing the dishes, cleaning the bathroom, making the bed. The one chore that I actually enjoy doing is food shopping. Actually, so I
I
go
too.
with my wife. Yeah.
I too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually
No,
like food.
I can make some simple foods like salad
Mm.
or macaroni or uh, eggs, boiled eggs. Simple food for sometimes a little, not more.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Anyhow, I actually kind of enjoyed food shopping. Let me welcome Hernan. Hernan, welcome to the class.
Thank you, Oakley. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you today?
Fine. A hard day, but okay.
Hard day?
Yeah.
Okay. My day's just starting. It's 9 in the morning where I am.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right. Hernan, uh,
Yes.
why was it a hard day, if I may ask?
The traffic is the middle of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and tomorrow is a match of Colombia versus Brazil.
Yes.
And no, no,
Okay.
but okay.
All right. Hernan, our topic is actually food shopping, and we're going to make a shopping list in a little while. Um, Hernan, how often do you go food shopping in your households?
Mm, Once a week
Once a
or,
week.
weekends, I go to shopping.
Me too. I go food shopping once a week. Where do you go food shopping? In the supermarket, a small store, um, a farmer's market, or open air market?
Okay, here is more common the supermarkets. Sometimes on small towns close to Bogota, I go to farmer markets, but frequently I go to supermarkets.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, Me too. And here, where I live in the Philippines, there's an open air market that is basically every day. Goes from starts really early, 2 or 3 in the morning, uh, and then it goes until I don't know 6 at night or so, something like that. And many people shop there because it's generally cheaper. But
Yeah, more cheaper with the farmer markets. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, and obviously fresher.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a question for both of you guys. Another way that I get food here in the Philippines, there are people who walk through the streets with carts and sell food. Sometimes vegetables, occasionally fish, very often fruit. Like one guy will just be selling bananas only. He'll have a cart that he pushes around, or maybe uses a bicycle or perhaps a motorcycle, and he just wanders around the streets yelling bananas, bananas, and you can from your house, you'll put your arm out and yell at him, and then you buy bananas from him in the street.
Yeah,
Is there?
it's the same.
Oh, you have like that? Yeah.
Yeah, in Colombia is the same. It's the same situation. The fruits on small cars, small. I don't know. Yeah, small cars with
Yeah. Small
fish,
carts.
beef, or
Okay.
any
Yeah. Okay.
products.
All right. Yeah, and it's usually quite cheap. Um, yeah. Okay. That's definitely. Gregory, does that ever happen where you live? Are there food vendors
No,
who walk through the streets? No,
no, never.
never. Okay. It's interesting, especially they're active in the morning, of course, because people are buying food and planning their meals. Uh, Ismail, welcome to the class.
Hi, Oakley. Thank
Hello.
you.
How are
Hello.
you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Oakley?
I, I'm I'm doing well. Excuse me. A little bit of a cold. I'm doing well. It was a very, very rainy night, and it's a very dark day today, and extremely humid. Wow. But uh, but I'm doing okay. Ismail, we're talking about food shopping. Uh, do you ever go food shopping, Ismail?
Yes, it is my responsibility at my
Ah,
family
okay,
shopping
okay. In my family.
in my family.
All right. And where do you do your food shopping? At the
Uh,
supermarket, at a market, different places? Do you go stop at the
I
bakery and the?
I usually go to supermarket, but
Uh-huh.
Oakley, we have an open bazaar at Sunday close to my home. you can find their fresh fruits and vegetables.
Hmm.
And uh, if you go a little late, you can buy with a cheap price
Mm, right.
when you compare with the market price.
Absolutely. Hmm. Yeah, we have similar to that here. Definitely. Actually, here in the Philippines, there's going to be you can call it an agora. Actually, that is ancient Greek. An agora, like a market area, uh, or an open air market, or a farmer's market, bazaar. There's lots of words for this, actually. Lots of ways to describe it in English. But not only do we have that, we in the Philippines, everywhere you see people selling fruit, for example, fruit, but sometimes vegetables and other things all over the place, even sometimes on the side of the road. Just a little tiny stand selling different kinds of fruit. Buy food everywhere here. Okay. Uh, Ismail, one last question. Is it something I've noticed here really lately? I went food shopping yesterday, as a matter of fact. It is noticeable. I shop once a week. Wow. Food prices are going up. It is one place where you really notice the effect of inflation. Seems like noticeably every week. Uh, Ismail, is that a is that true in your country?
Yes, okay. Actually,
Hmm.
we have officially 7 or 8% inflation rate, but
Yeah.
if you go to out, you can find uh, everywhere different prices, and it is going up and up.
Yeah.
And there is a trick in my country, Oakley, and there is a trend every year. Uh, we have 1 month long fast time.
Mm-hmm.
We name it Ramadan.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And in Ramadan, I don't know, or I couldn't find a logic, but the prices are increasing because uh, logically people don't eat during the day anything and don't drink anything. You only eat at after sunset and in the middle of night two times instead of three times.
Right.
But the food prices are increasing. Cheese, meat
Hmm.
prices are increasing in Ramadan. I think there is no logic for this. People who
Yeah. Wow.
smart businessmen uh, are exploiting the market
Yeah.
because they want to earn more money.
Something going on there. Um, I have a question. In Ramadan, do more food sellers sell food at night? Because maybe people are going to make food at night and they need, oh, I forgot to buy onions or something.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
That,
Oakley.
that
And
seems logical. Okay.
there is another trick in my country, Oakley. We sometimes read on newspaper a news. For example, uh, potato uh, doesn't raise enough, or because of the weather condition or
Ah,
something, and
right.
the potato prices are doubled or tripled in a while. But after 2 or 3 months, come back again to normal price.
Right. Yeah, I understand that. Well, and when we're talking about especially vegetables and fruit, we can describe them as seasonal. So some vegetables seem to be very consistent, but then many fruits and vegetables are seasonal. That definitely happens here in the Philippines. There's it goes month by month. Here in the Philippines, there are many kinds of fruit. So any given month, a fruit will appear in the market. It will be around for maybe 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, and then it disappears for another year. You don't see it again. It happens constantly.
Probably,
Yeah.
I think a little different because in my country it is a trick, I think, because some big shopper are collecting many potatoes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they are sending a news there is no potato, not enough potato in the market, and they are increasing the price of potato, and they are selling their
Hmm.
products.
Yeah, okay. A little bit of potato. By the way, potato, you say potato, I say potato, potato,
Potato.
potato. Tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. Potato and tomato, tomato. Doesn't matter.
I choose false example.
There are alternate pronunciations, and actually, there's a song about it, even immortalized in song. Yeah, some words in English you can pronounce in different ways. Potato is a perfect example. Yeah, okay, so you have potato speculators.
Yes.
As long as, when I lived in America and I lived in a rural area, we had our own garden. And it's very common in a colder place to have what's called a root cellar. Underneath your house, you have a cellar or a basement. And because it stays a consistent cool temperature, you can put potatoes and carrots, especially root vegetables, plus maybe some fruits like apples. You can put in the basement, and you can basically keep them, onions, you can keep them all winter long because it stays a pretty consistent, cool, but not freezing, and definitely not hot temperature. So people do that. They keep their potatoes for many months, actually. Okay, I've had a couple others join the class. Alejandro, hello, welcome to the class.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, welcome. And also Jose Luis. I think you're finally in.
Yes, teacher, I have problems with my connection, but now it's okay.
I saw that. Yeah, couldn't get a hold of you before. In and out, in and out. Okay. All right. We're talking about shopping. Jose, do you go food shopping or do you leave that up to somebody else?
I like to go to shopping, teacher, at
You do?
market.
Mm-hmm.
In Mexico, it's very common to have markets in every town,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and it's very fine this kind of markets because there are a lot of food, uh, obviously fruit and flowers and other things, and I like to go to market.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I enjoy it. Here in the Philippines, sometimes when I go to the country to visit my in-laws, there's The town doesn't even have a supermarket. All it has is the
Mm.
palenque, basically a farmer's market.
Mm.
That's it.
Supermarket is like a Walmart or something like that.
Well, no, I don't know if I can give you actual brand names, because the brand names would be different in each country. But supermarket has everything, basically.
Okay.
Milk, meat, fish, fruit, vegetables, big aisles with different products. That's basically a supermarket. A smaller one would be a grocery store.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like 7-Eleven or something?
No. Okay. 7-Eleven is a convenience store.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
convenience store.
Yeah, you couldn't buy, for example, potato. Uh, you could get potatoes at a supermarket or a grocery store, but probably not at 7-Eleven. So, yeah, okay. Basically, grocery store sells almost primarily food. 95% of what they sell is food. All right. Then there
Oh,
are other kinds of stores, actually,
okay.
as they're described in English.
Metro cash and carry maybe.
Metro cash and carry. Oh, yeah, cash and carry.
Supermarket.
Yeah, that's a type of supermarket, right? Yeah, then there's actually another kind of supermarket, the kind where you can buy really big quantities of things, like Costco or they're very big and they have really high big shelves and you buy like cases of products or big cans of products to try to get a cheaper price. Mhm. Um okay. Alejandro, do you ever go food shopping?
Yes, I usually go to shopping
You do?
to
Okay.
buy some food.
All right. Alejandra, do you ever buy food that you are unfamiliar with, that you don't know? What is this? Let's try it. Do you ever try to buy new, like, for example, fruits that you've never
Um,
seen before?
I eat mm, a little fruit.
Uh-huh.
I usually don't buy uh, don't buy fruits.
Oh, okay. Okay, I eat little fruit. All right. Or okay. Or I eat very little fruit. Okay, that's correct. All right. Right. Very good. At first, I thought you meant I eat little fruits, like, oh, I don't know, berries.
Ah,
Little fruits with an S or little fruit with no S means I don't eat a lot of that thing.
ah.
You said it correctly, Alejandro. I misinterpreted. Uh, okay, guys, let's start. All right, we've been practicing conversation a little. I want to start making a list with you guys, our shopping list. All right, we're going to be very organized here. All right, first we're going to talk about what we have on hand. So think about something, could be anything you have on hand. All right, the phrase on hand means something you have in supply, in stock, uh, uh, okay, at your house, readily available, is on hand. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share. We're going to make a list. So think about what you have. Milk, eggs, fruits and vegetables, flour, salt, oil, all the things that you think about, things that you use all the time or things that you normally get. All right. We're gonna make a list. We're gonna practice using quantifiers because foods and shopping, we need to count things. How much? salt or how many eggs, for example. All right, let's get started. Gregory, what is
Yes.
something you have on hand at your house?
I always have on hand in my house, in my frigidaire, eggs and butter, and I have bread. I have some
Ah,
fruits and vegetables.
too
I have
much.
yogurts. So what do you think?
I think you
I
gave me
have
too much
to eat
information.
something.
What am I going to make if I'm at your house? I don't know. Uh, okay, but let's talk about counting a couple of those things. Eggs. How do you count eggs? How
Eggs?
many? Yeah, how many eggs do you have?
I have eggs. I buy as usual certain eggs and I put it in my freezer.
13?
And certain
13. Really?
30. No,
30.
no, 13. 30.
Ah,
Sorry.
30. All right. Yeah, you got to be careful. Well, quantifiers. Numbers are quantifiers, obviously, because numbers count things. Got to be careful with 30 and 13. You've got to
Yes, my fault.
de-emphasize the T. 30. 13, and you have to stress teen. Yeah. Okay. 30 eggs. By the way, do you get them in? It has on one piece of cardboard with the kind of holes in it.
Two pieces of cardboard.
Ah,
One
really?
under, one above.
Okay. No. All right. Okay. Maybe I'm not completely familiar with that, but in America, I don't know. Maybe eggs are sold differently. In America, you can buy 30 eggs as a quantity. That's normal. It's called a flat of eggs, and it is 5 by 6. It's a piece of cardboard, and it's called a flat. Mm, and if you work in a restaurant, you would certainly buy flats of eggs, many at a time. Most people buy eggs by the dozen, or
It's 12. Doesn't it's 12, yeah?
very good, thank you. Or maybe even a half dozen, if you're just living by yourself, for example. All right. How about butter?
Butter, a slice of butter, I buy it. It's ready in the shop market.
Okay.
200 gram.
200 grams. Okay. Uh, I'm using quantifiers here that are okay. There are other quantifiers I can use. I can use measurements. I can quantify by just giving a number. Eggs are countable, so I can say the number. Butter, interestingly, is not countable. So I have to use some other way to describe the quantity. Now, I could use a measurement, of course, like Gregory did, 200 grams. Fine. Or sometimes butter comes in that one block. Sometimes they can sell a half block, like 500 grams, like Ismail pointed out, or sometimes even sticks. We don't usually, Gregory, you mentioned a slice of butter, but we usually call that a stick of butter. I could be wrong. Maybe where you live, it is a slice. I'm telling you the normal English things. If you guys sell food in a different shape or form, then you may use a different word. I may not have it right in your country, so that's possible. I'm giving you what's common in English, what it's called. Okay. Great. Hernan, what do you usually
Okay.
keep at your house? Give me a couple examples of things you
Okay.
have at your house.
Rice.
Okay. All right. You can do more, but okay. Rice. How do you measure that? What do you? How much rice?
Uh,
In other words.
6 pounds because I buy the bag, no, and bag
Hmm.
is for pounds, 3, 6, or 10 pounds.
It is.
Uh,
Where do you
yeah.
live? They use pounds instead of kilos?
6 pounds and 3 kilograms.
Yeah, I have learned to do the math because where I live, they have kilos, and I grew up with pounds.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you're using pounds. That's all. I thought only
yeah.
Americans did that, or
No,
Brits.
here we use any for any units
Both.
is a mix
Okay.
unit for all. Is
But
complicated sometimes.
okay, where are you from again, Hernan?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Okay, I thought so. Oh, right, duh, because we're. Sorry, I knew that. You mentioned
Yeah.
it before. Okay, pounds of rice or kilos of rice. Yeah, where I come from, it's only in kilos.
Yeah.
Many people, because in the Philippines, many people, everybody, not many people, everybody eats rice, and you eat rice breakfast, lunch, and dinner
Yeah.
here where I live. So people buy like 50-kilo bags, big
Okay.
bags. They're heavy.
Yeah, man, the people in Philippines and or Asian people in Asia is common
Yeah.
too, no?
Yes, it is absolutely. And the one thing, in America, I buy rice. There'd be little boxes of rice, but here in the Philippines, there's
It's
I,
big.
20 different kinds of rice, different quantities. Yeah, it's amazing. I had no idea there were so many types of rice before I moved here. Honestly. Okay. Now, rice is uncountable. I cannot say 3 rice. I have 3 rice. No way. I have to use some kind of quantifier to express how much. Six
Okay.
pounds of rice is fine. Of course, a bag of rice, a box of rice, something like that. Sure. Um, in more general terms, you can say a little rice. I have a little rice, or I have a lot of rice, so I don't need to get any rice this week. Um, or shopping, I
A,
have
li
plenty of rice.
a little
So,
rice, for example, is a I don't know, a small box of with rice. I don't know.
well, Hernan, that totally depends. That's totally individual.
Uh, okay.
For a Filipino who eats rice every day, 5 kilos is a little rice.
Okay.
For an American, that's a lot of rice.
Yeah.
So it totally depends. These types of quantifiers, they're relative, and relative to your own culture, your own ideas, you know,
Okay.
your family size, Hernan. You got 12 kids, Hernan. Then
Yeah, my
three
family
kilos of
like the
rice
potato.
is not so much. All
Okay.
right. Well, Gregory started out with a couple at least. What else do you have, Hernan? Give me one more.
Milk.
Milk. Okay. Milk. Countable or uncountable?
I suppose as uncountable.
I suppose you're right. So how can you tell me how much milk do you have at your house right now?
Yeah, uncountable. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So how do you explain how
Okay.
much?
How much? Okay. And I buy $2, and each
Hmm.
box is 1 liter.
Yeah. Okay. In English, for
How
some
much?
reason, I have
Okay,
no.
cartoon. Yeah, for
That's
American.
right. For Americans, right? We call that a carton of milk, right?
Okay.
In Typically in America, you buy milk by the gallon or half gallon, um, is normal. Uh, Okay, a carton of milk is where you buy it is 1 liter. Same here where I live. I do the same thing. I buy 2 cartons of milk. So if you're talking about how much milk you have, it would be very common to say, oh, I have, whoops, for example, just as an example, I have a half carton of milk
Okay.
left. I still have. All right. So I'm making a shopping list with my wife. How much milk do we have? Oh, we still have half a carton. We have half a carton of milk left. Uh, okay. Thanks, Fernand.
Okay, welcome.
Very helpful. Ismail, what do you have at your house? What do you have on hand?
Oh, olive oil, for
Uh-huh.
example. Okay.
Yep. Great.
We usually buy a box for 5 liter olive
Really?
oil. Yes.
You call it a box?
I don't know.
Don't know.
It is it
I don't
is
know either.
it is a metal
Ah.
box.
Aha. I know
Like
what you mean. Yes, I know what you mean. What do we call that? uh, maybe a can?
Can.
I've
can,
also heard it
yes.
called a tin um,
In,
of. Uh, Let me forget the preposition. A can of olive oil, a tin of olive oil. Okay, that I know exactly what you mean. The big one, it has like a handle on the top so you can carry it. Right? Is that it?
yes.
Yeah, all right. Very good. Okay, and then of course you can use five. Obviously, you can say 5 liters to quantify it. Okay. Um, yeah. All right. Olive oil also is uncountable. Some people buy olive oil in different sizes and weights. Actually, olive oil is a strange one because sometimes I can see that it's sold in liters. All right, milliliters in liquid measures to measure liquids. Sometimes olive oil or other oils, cooking oils, are sold by weight, kilograms or half kilogram in grams. So that's a little bit of an odd one because it seems to be sold as a liquid and as a as an uncountable quantity thing. Okay. What else, Ismail? Give me another one. What else do you have?
And I usually buy cheese
Ah, cheese.
with
Okay. All right. How much cheese do you have at your house?
uh,
Or how do you buy the cheese?
we usually buy cheese with kilogram or gram, but
Right.
sometimes I want I don't know in English ugly
Uh,
Maybe
okay. Hmm.
mold, a
What's it look like?
mold of cheese, like
Okay.
a cake shape.
Like a cake shape. Uh-huh. All
Yes,
right.
for white cheese.
Yes. Is it like a big circle?
Yes,
Uh-huh. In English, we call that a wheel of cheese.
wheel of cheese.
Yes, they often, when they produce cheese, they put it in like a wheel shape or cake shape. That's true. Uh, Not sure why they do that, but that is very common practice making cheese. So if you buy the whole thing, it's called the wheel of cheese. Okay. All right. Yeah, generally cheese is sold by the kilo. Maybe you want half a kilo, for example, or grams, 200 grams of Swiss cheese. Okay, of course, in America, that would be by the pound or half pound, like that. Uh, Alonso. Hello, Alonso. Welcome to the class. Hello, can you give me a howdy? Do you have a microphone, Alonso? Maybe not. Okay, Alonso, I'll come back to you in a little bit. See if you can get your microphone working. Jose, what do you have on hand at your house?
6-pack of beer.
Oh, wow. All right. 6-pack of beer. Okay. This is interesting. Another quantifier, a 6-pack. This is an unusual one. It's sodas and beers in America and apparently in Mexico are sold in cartons of 6, or cans are sold with a little plastic gasket holder that holds 6 of them together. Either way, we call that a 6-pack. Jose, guess what? Those things don't exist in the Philippines. There's no such thing. Yeah.
How do you buy beer?
Crazy, huh? Well, people buy them one by one, or there are hard plastic cartons that you not cardboard, not paper, but plastic and actually metal. They're actually very strong. And you can buy a case. If they're liter beer or soda, same thing, beer or soda. Then there's 12. If there's smaller size, like half liter, then you buy, I think, 24. Yeah.
24. Okay.
Which in English you could buy 4 6-packs. 24 would be a case.
Okay. Can you buy a barrel in Philippines or?
Yes, you can, but the only place to buy a barrel, okay, which is another quantifier. Beer, of course, is a liquid. You will notice that milk, olive oil, beer, all of the liquids are uncountable nouns. So we have to figure out a way to measure them in order to quantify them. A 6-pack, a case, Jose just mentioned. A barrel, which is yes, that's okay, but most Americans would call that a keg of beer. Yeah, you could buy a keg here, but the only way to do it is from the distributor.
Oh, yes.
You could never get one in a store here.
In Mexico is similar, but you can find a barrel of Heineken in Walmart, but it's a small barrel.
Oh, yeah, okay, they have that here, too, as a matter of fact. I forgot about that. This is the little one. Yeah. In the United States, they have barrels or kegs of beers in many just stores. You could get a keg of beer at 7-Eleven in the United States.
Okay.
Because people like to have parties, I guess.
And my other article maybe is a little of Gatorade for hand hover.
We almost forgot a bottle or a can of beer, of course, smaller. What do you got? Gatorade?
Yes, in Mexico we use for hand hover.
You use for what?
Hand hover.
Hand
hover. I think this is when you drink a lot and the next day you.
Oh, hangover. Oh, after the beer you drink Gatorade. Okay, sure. To rehydrate yourself.
Yes, the next day In Mexico is common. Drink Gatorade for hangover. What is the pronunciation? Hangover?
Hang. It's you hear the ng sound like strong. No, strong. Hang. Hang
Okay.
over. You don't pronounce the G. There's no g sound. Hang.
Ah,
Hangover.
hangover. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. You got it that time. Perfect. Okay. And how do you buy Gatorade?
Every week. A
No,
little.
not how often, in what quantity.
One little. One little.
There you go.
Little.
Yes, interestingly, Gatorade is always sold in liters or half liters, which I find very interesting
Mm,
because
You
Gator
can
is
in
actually
Mex Yes, in Mexico there are a quarter of Gatorade.
a quart they have.
Yes, a quarter.
Okay. Okay, maybe back. All right. Here where I live, it's always in a liter or half liter. Okay, a liter of Gatorade, maybe a bottle of Gatorade, talking about it casually. Okay. More uncountable liquids. All right. Alejandro. Alejandros,
Yes,
what
I'm
do
here.
you what do you have at your house? What is a common food that you usually have? Well,
Um,
yeah.
I usually buy a kilo of flour.
Uh-huh. Okay. A kilo of flour. Okay, very good. Flour definitely sold depending on where you are in pounds or kilos, usually in a bag. Is it Alejandro's? Is it in a bag?
Um, Bag of paper.
Yeah, a paper bag, right? So it's very common to say a bag of flour. Pick up a bag of flour at the market. Okay. Very good. Excuse me, sorry. Flour, also uncountable. Very tiny things that are made up of many, many, many parts, like flour, sugar, salt, sand, are uncountable. So it's impossible to count them. You don't have 3 flours at your house. That makes no sense. So we have to give them a measurement. Okay, excellent. What else do you have, Alejandros?
Mm. Uh, can you repeat, please?
What else do you have?
What else? Um, I'm going um, I'm going to supermarket very few.
Very few. Very seldom. Okay.
Uh,
Not very often. Not very often.
not very often.
You can say very seldom. But you must have something in your house besides a bag of flour. You don't just eat flour. That would be a horrible diet, Alejandro. Some water and flour. Oh my gosh. You must have something else to eat at your house.
Mm, with flour, I can make several foods.
Yes,
I
you
can
can.
make pizza. I can make bread.
All right.
I
Guess
like
what?
to cook.
All right.
Mm,
I'm going to steal your idea. All right. Dude, you make your own pizza. You like to cook. Good for you. But some of us are too lazy. So maybe we'd buy a frozen pizza. Okay. Frozen pizza, is this countable or non-countable? Can I count? Can I say two frozen pizzas? Would that be okay? Do you think?
I think it's correct.
I think it's
It's
okay. I think you're right.
it's countable.
I think you're right. Very good. Indeed. Yes, you can certainly count pizzas. And if you're going to buy pizzas in a store or something, frozen pre-made pizzas, of course they would be the whole pizza. But Alejandros, what if you're just getting a snack when you go shopping? Only one. You're not getting a whole pizza, just a part of pizza, a piece of pizza. Do you know what that's called?
Mm,
First of all, you could say a piece of pizza. Whoops. Piece, or what else is it called?
uh,
You're having 1/8 of the pizza. Does anybody know? Anybody else in the class? What is that called?
Slide or something
A
like that.
slice. Yes. Okay, so in America, you could go to many pizza places. You can buy just one slice for snack or something. Slice, yes. But of course, pizzas are countable. All right, but if you're dividing the pizza up, it becomes uncountable, and I kind of need to use a quantifier. Okay, Alonso, do you want to type something in, or did you type something in already? Alonso is Alonso. You want to type something for us that we can look at? No. All right. All right. Well, actually, we spent so much time doing that. Let's skip forward. We only have like 5 minutes, so let's talk about something else here. What we want, not what we need. All right. All these things are things we generally need: eggs, butter, rice, milk, except for my stupid edition, frozen pizzas. Most of these things, you guys picked things that are pretty much what are called staples. All right, you guys all talked about staples. These are food, very necessary, very basic. You make other foods from them, like flour. Definitely is a staple. As Alessandra said, you can make many things from flour. Okay. These are staples. Oh, maybe not beer. Maybe beer for some of us is a staple. Not sure. That's debatable. I was going to talk about need, but actually we talked about many different measurements, how you buy things already. So that's okay. We actually covered that. Let's talk about what we want. We don't need it. We want it as a special treat. What is something you buy as a special treat, Gregory? If you went food shopping, you might get yourself. You don't need it. You just.
I'm not needed. I can buy ice cream, or
Yeah. Beautiful.
I can buy in McDonald's something junk
Right.
food.
Junk food. All right, ice cream is a good choice. What's your favorite flavor, Gregory?
It's a lot of. I like it all. Something with chocolate and nuts.
Okay. Let's. Do you know? Okay. How about we'll give you Rocky Road. Do you know Rocky Road?
I accept.
You accept. Okay. And how do you buy Rocky Road ice cream? How would it? How how do you quantify it? Ice cream is is it countable or uncountable? Huh? Ooh, this is a tricky one. Gregory, is ice cream countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Uncountable. You're all correct. Yes. Although you may go to at an ice cream parlor or ice cream stand, you may say, "Give me 3 ice creams." Of course, but really you're you're speaking with incorrect grammar. You really should say, give me 3 ice cream cones. Sometimes, all right, this is interesting. 3 ice cream cones. All right, actually, I'm using ice cream to describe the word cones. So cones are countable. But ice cream is not, interestingly. How do you buy the ice cream, Gregory?
It's maybe in big box or
Uh-huh.
some pocket or cones or all forms.
Okay. In most
Maybe
places,
cylinder.
okay, maybe a cylinder, maybe a box of ice cream. But the other thing is, most places sell ice cream strangely in liquid measurements. I've noticed that here where I live in the Philippines, it's liters or half liters. In the United States, it's a gallon of ice cream or a half gallon of ice cream, which are liquid measurements, which is strange because ice cream should never be liquid. Strange but true. Okay. Hernan, what do you want? What is something you don't need but you want as a treat?
Eh, Okay. Uh, sausage.
What?
Sausage.
Salsa.
Sausage.
Huh? Very
No,
good.
sausage for hot dogs. I don't
Oh,
know.
sausage.
Sausage.
Okay, lots of different kinds of sausage, of course. Oh, oh, excellent. How do you buy sausage?
For
How do you quantify them?
dosing pack. I don't remember. It's a dosing
Okay.
pack. Or double dosing.
Okay. A dozen sausage, or a double dozen would be, of course, 2 dozen. All right. Uh, Another way that we might express this, sometimes we say a dozen links of sausage. Okay.
Okay.
Links, each like a wiener. Each long shape is a link of sausage. For example,
Okay.
a dozen sausage. All right, dozen links of sausage, and of course, all meats can be sold by weight, by measurement. A kilo or so many grams,
Hello.
200 grams of sausage. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Oh, there you go. You're working now, Alonso?
Yes. Uh, I,
Oops, it's a little choppy, and there's some extra sound there. Okay. Sausages. Okay, the interesting thing here, sausages are countable. You can count a dozen sausage, each link, a dozen links of sausage. All right. But of course, it's strange because you would buy them probably not each. Usually they're actually sold by weight, not by volume. Okay. Um, you will see this in English products that you buy. Sold by weight, not by volume. You will see this very commonly written on packages of, for example, cereal or things that are loose, oatmeal, something like that. So by weight, not by volume. That is because things like cereal, breakfast cereal, they weigh it. Okay, maybe it's, I don't know, whatever, 500 grams in a box. But then it gets shipped and it sinks down. So you open the box of cereal and it's only half full. So they give this disclaimer. This is called a disclaimer. So nobody gets mad at them. So, okay. In other words, they're not trying to fill the box. It's sold by weight. Okay. Gentlemen, sorry to say, but we have run out of time. I want to thank everyone for joining me,
Thank you, teacher.
but I have to
Thank
go
you very
now.
much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank
You
you.
guys
Bye.
Goodbye.
have a great day.